Hey, 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 how are you doing today? I am Coach Risa, the single mom life coach, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This particular episode is episode 1 of Dear the Single Mom Life Coach. I received a question from one of the butterflies. I call single moms butterflies because we are. And so today's question is, how do you do it with zero help? And butterfly, that is a loaded question. And so just in case some of you all don't know, I have been a single mom for over 18 years. My daughter is about to be 21 this year. And so I have been the only active parent. And also financially, it's not there. And so how do I do it? And I purposely didn't take notes for this because I wanted it to be more of like girls talk. I'm on my couch, just real and raw response to your question. And first of all, thank you for asking me. Thank you for asking the question, because I know as single moms, it is something that we really don't do, is ask for help or ask questions. And so first of all, kudos to you for actually being the first to ask and for asking. And so how do I do it without any help? Number one, I can say is nobody but God. And I'm sure that you know that. It is nobody but God that has got us through where me and my daughter are today. I will also say this, I guess number two is, I didn't focus on the fact that I didn't have a co-parent. I didn't focus on the fact that her father is not active. And in the beginning, I can say I did. And it caused me to want to be mom and dad. And I tried to overcompensate. I tried to do a lot of things that I didn't need to do. And so when I realized that, first of all, I want to have a better life than this, I had to understand that all I really need to focus on is just being the best mom that I can be. So for you, butterfly, I say focus on being the best mom that you can be. Don't focus on the fact that you don't have any help. Number 3, I would say, is to think about the life that you want to have. Yeah, like put yourself in this equation. Think about the life that you want to have, because for me, I had to think about like not just what I want me and my daughter to have, like what life do I want to have? And the reason why I say that is because we are all, as single moms, some of us are, Some of us are like reacting to a lot of things that happen. And so do you want to have, if that is you, do you want to have a reactive life? Like instead of being proactive and working on things and doing, things so that you don't always have to be reacting. And then the other thing, the reason why I bring that up is because, before I go into the other thing, the reason why I ask that is because I know things happen. Like, please believe. I know, honey, I know that things happen, okay? And so there were a lot of times where maybe I was feeling some type of way in the mornings because I overslept. And then that caused me to wake my daughter up late, or for her to get up late, and we're rushing. And I had to get to work. I had to do this. I had to do that, get her to daycare, or before care, or whatever the case may be. And so I was reacting instead of being proactive and planning, instead of being proactive and actually giving my daughter more responsibility on our day, like in how things go. As single moms, for you all that are watching, I want to tell you that you do not have to be every woman and to take off the cape. Like, you don't have to do it all. give your kids some responsibility, not to the point where they are like being adults, but give them some responsibility to help be proactive, and to help the house flow better. Like Butterfly that sent the question in, it sounds like to me there is some overwhelm, which is understood. I had that as well. And to help you navigate through that, I want you to look at your day to day. Now, I'm a certified life coach, so I'm not just going to sit here and answer the question. I'm also going to ask you some questions and give you some homework, okay? And so, how is your day today? Meaning your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the days of the week, not just the weekends, every day. Evaluate how your day to day is going and look at how you can also give your kids responsibilities, which will also help them develop, not for them to act as adults right now, but make sure that you figure out what that balance is. But to help lighten the load. Because overwhelm is something that is very real. Overwhelm can cause, of course, it is stressful. It has caused me stress belly in the past. If you don't know what stress belly is, please Google it and you'll see it. And I'm telling y'all, it is real. Also, I want you to, as you think about your day, I want you to try to figure out how you can change the way that you are talking to yourself. Yes. I know y'all hear all the time, like, your words matter, the things that you say matter, but I want you to think about the things that you are saying to yourself. Like for me, I can say, I was like, girl, you got yourself into this, like, and that also was a pride. So it stopped me from asking for help from those who could help me at certain times. I want you to think about people who can help. Like, it takes a village. So think about other people who can help you in things with your kids. I'm talking birthdays. I'm talking if you celebrate Christmas, like in gift giving, have your kids make a list, share the list with other people. In thinking about if you live in a state where there isn't anyone that can help you with your kids, I want you to think about and consider taking off an hour early or a couple of hours early from work, so that, or going in an hour too late, still keeping the same schedule with your kids. So let me back up. Still, if you are doing daycare, before care, bus, whatever you are doing, continue to do that on your regular schedule. But go into work an hour too late, get off of work an hour too early, or more than 2 hours. And I say that because that will give you some time to do some things. Try to do that like twice a month. If you get off an hour or two early twice a month, to give yourself time to do some things without your kids, to give yourself time to go get an ice cream cone without your kids and enjoy it, to give yourself some time just to be and sit, even if it's an extra 30 minutes, just to sit in the car outside of the daycare. I don't know, but whatever will help give you some relief, I suggest that you do that during that time. Because a lot of times, especially when my daughter was younger, this isn't something, I didn't do this until she got older. But especially when she was younger, she was doing different things like cheerleading and stuff like that. And there were times where I felt like if I could just have a little break, like getting off work and rushing to go pick her up before that 6 o'clock time, before you get charged that extra money, and then going to going to Wendy's to get something to eat or whatever, and then going to the practice. That's a lot. and then you don't want to leave the practice because you got to come right back, and if you do leave the practice, it's just different things. And it's things that we as moms have to think about. But I realize that a lot of us don't consider that PTO, that leave time, whatever you call it at your job, is not just for taking a whole day. It's not just for taking off when your kids are sick. I know that you have to be mindful of how much you have just in case they get sick and you have to take off. Continue to consider that. At the same time, take you an hour or two. And please believe that will help with the overwhelm. And as I said earlier, only focus on what you can do. You can't be dad. Don't try to be dad. You are mom. And so I hope that some of these tips have helped you. Please write me back or DM me back and let me know after you watch this video if this was helpful. If you are watching this and this was helpful to you, please leave a comment. Also, you can submit your questions or even send me a letter. If you want to send a letter to just explain the situation and to ask a question, you don't have to. If you just know your question and you like, child, look, I need some tips. Just send your question, and you can do that by emailing me at, first you can DM me on Instagram or Facebook, and my Instagram and Facebook is The Single Mom Life Coach. You can also email me. My email address is coach@thesinglemomlifecoach.org. And I will put this information in the description as well. If you want to just put your question in the comments, put it in the comments. And my next video may just be me answering your question. All right. So have a good day, good night, whatever time it is that you are watching this. And I look forward to hearing from you guys.